Welcome children, I am Srinivasan Tambaya. Now we are going to see the concepts of the exercise 11.3 which are planes. A plane is a flat surface extended so far. For in simple words we can say imagine a wall which is extended in all the directions, then we can consider that as a plane. Okay. Now what are the equations required for doing exercise 11.3? We will see it now. There are a number of equations are there in this exercise. First equation of a plane in normal form. Okay. Consider a plane draw a perpendicular from origin to the plane. Okay. Let this ON vector, the unit normal of this ON vector be d times n cap. We know every vector has magnitude and direction. This ON vector distance we have taken as d and the unit vector direction is n cap. Okay. Now take any point P, any point on the plane. Let the position vector of the point P be R vector. Position vector of the OP vector is R vector. Now let us start. ON vector dot NP vector equals 0 because ON vector and NP vector are perpendicular to each other. Okay. Now the second point OP vector equals ON vector plus NP vector. Correct? ON triangle OP vector equals ON vector plus NP vector. Now having these two equations in our mind, we are going to frame the equation of a plane in normal form. Now in this we will find NP vector, the second equation from 2. NP vector equals OP vector minus ON vector. NP vector is R vector and ON vector is d times n cap. Don't take it as dot product, d times n cap. Magnitude into direction every vector. It's a unit normal vector. Okay, this is NP vector. This is from 2. From equation 2. Now from 1, I am going to substitute in 1. I am writing the equation 1 as NP vector dot ON vector equals 0. Scalar product is commutative. NP vector dot ON or ON dot NP vector equals 0. Both are same. This means NP vector is perpendicular to ON vector. Okay. Now let us substitute this value. NP vector is R vector minus d times n cap dot ON vector. We know ON vector is d n cap. So again d n cap equals 0. D is just a scalar. So I am going to divide this by d to get the equation of the normal form and divide by d. So I get R vector minus d n cap dot n cap equals 0. Okay. Now doing dot product, R vector dot n cap minus d times n cap dot n cap. It's a unit normal. We know magnitude of unit normal is 1. So n dot n is modulus of n square, which is 1. So in the next step, R vector dot n cap minus d times 1 equals 0 because of unit normal. Now R vector dot n cap minus d equals 0. You can write it as R vector dot n cap equals d. This is the equation of a plane in normal form. Okay. This is the vector form. Now we are going to try it in the Cartesian form. So this is the vector form of equation of the plane in normal form. Next, Cartesian form. Now I am going to split having a vector form, very easily you can find the Cartesian form. R vector equals xi vector plus yj vector plus zk vector. N cap is a unit normal, so I'll write it as Li plus mj plus nk. Now if you do dot product, what you will get? R vector dot n cap will be L into x plus m into y plus n into z. Now substituting this equation, what you will get? Lx plus my plus nz equals d. This is the Cartesian form of normal vector equation of a plane in normal form. This is vector form and this is the Cartesian form. So you need to remember these two formulas. R vector dot n cap equals 0, Lx plus my plus nz equal to d, where L, m and r direction cosines or dc's. If you are taking direction ratios, then this equation of the plane can be written as ax plus by plus cz equals d. Here a, b, c are direction ratios. In normal form, we will have only direction cosines. So if your equation is given like this, you have to convert into a standard form. Then you have to convert this direction ratio into direction cosines. You know how to convert direction ratio to direction cosines? Yes, a by root of a square plus b square plus c square will give the direction cosine. B by root of a square plus b square plus c square will give the m value. N value c by root of a square plus b square plus c square. Okay. This is how we got the equation of the plane in normal form as r vector dot n cap equal to d and Lx plus my plus nz equal to d. Okay, thank you children. Children, please check equation of the plane in normal form. Vector form is r vector dot n cap equals d. Cartesian form is Lx plus my plus nz equals d. Whether you have written correctly. This is what I explained in the first topic. Now I am going to explain equation of a plane passing through a point and perpendicular to a vector. Okay, let us take a plane. This plane is passing through a point. Let the point be A. Let the position vector of the point from the origin be A vector, and our plane is perpendicular to a vector. Let this vector be n vector. Now P be any point. Why we take this P point P any point as P? Why? Because see, there may be number of planes passing through a vector. A vector is that number of planes can pass through the vector. Okay, but you say a particular point means only that particular plane. We refer to a particular plane. No other plane can pass through the same point. Okay, that's why we take the point. A point P, let the position vector of the point be r vector. Now let us join AP. Now from the diagram it is very clear. AP vector dot n vector equals 0 because they are perpendicular. The plane is perpendicular. When you say perpendicular, the plane is perpendicular. Every line on the plane will be perpendicular to n vector. Okay, AP vector dot n vector equals 0. Now I go with OP vector. Triangular OP vector equals OA vector plus AP vector. OA vector plus AP vector. I simply said P is my friend's house. I start from O, I go to P. Now what is the other way? You have to come through OA and AP. This is a short way to remember. Okay. Now OP vector equal to AP plus OA plus AP vector. In this way, AP vector I am going to solve. AP vector equals OP vector minus OA vector. Now OP vector you have taken as R vector, OA vector you have taken as A vector. This is what is AP vector. Now let us substitute the second equation, the first equation. We will get R vector minus A vector dot n vector equals 0. This is the equation of the plane in vector form. Okay. this equation can also be written as r vector dot n vector equals a vector dot n vector. By moving this negative a on the other side, it becomes positive a. You have a dot product like this. Now Cartesian form. As I told you, when you know vector form, very easily you can frame Cartesian form. R vector is always xi plus yj plus zk. K vector is a point, so we'll take it as x1 I vector plus y1 j vector plus z1 k vector. Okay, now we'll do r vector minus a vector, which is x minus x1 into I cap plus y minus y1 into j plus z minus z1 into k cap. Okay children, r minus a. Now n vector is a normal vector. N vector I am taking it as ai plus bj plus ck, where ABC are direction ratios of the normal vector. Normal means perpendicular. The other word of normal is perpendicular. Okay, now substitute in this one. R vector minus a vector is x minus x1 I cap plus y minus y1 j cap plus z minus z1 into k cap dot product of ai plus bj plus ck equals 0. I substituted in the vector form. Okay, right. Now doing dot product, we know I dot I is 1. So what we are left with, a times x minus x1 plus b times y minus y1 plus c times z minus z1 equals 0. This is the Cartesian form of the equation of a plane passing through a point and perpendicular to a vector. So as I told you, when you know vector form, when you substitute, you will get the Cartesian form. So it is easy to remember. This is how we got the equation of a plane. Okay children, thank you. Now we are going to see equation of a plane passing through three non-collinear points. Consider a plane. This passes through three non-collinear points, A, B and C. Let the position vector of OA vector be A vector, position vector of the point B is B vector, and position vector of C be C vector, small c vector. Okay, if a plane passes through three non-collinear points, then the vector form equation is R vector minus A vector dot B minus A cross C vector minus. This is the vector form of the equation of the plane. Now Cartesian form. Determinant of x minus x1, x2 minus x1, x3 minus x1, y minus y1, y2 minus y1, y3 minus y1, z minus z1, z2 minus z1, z3 minus equals 0. So this is the equation of a plane passing through three non-collinear points. Vector form on the Cartesian form. Then we are going to see equation of the plane passing through intersection of two planes. I hope you have copied. Equation of the plane passing through intersection of two planes. Two planes are there. You take this as one plane. I'm not am that much good in drawing. Take another plane. Okay. Now our plane passes through the intersection of these two planes. Okay. Two planes are there. Our plane is passing through the intersection of these two planes. Then the equation will be, you can do it in the Cartesian form, that will be easier. Ax1 plus by1 plus cz1 minus d1 plus lambda times, no space is there, ax2 plus by2 plus cz2 minus d2 equals 0. This is the equation of the plane passing through intersection of two planes. We are going to solve the sums using Cartesian form. So I didn't write vector form. So ax1 plus by1 plus cz1 minus d1 plus lambda into ax2 plus by2 plus cz2 minus d2 equals 0. So this equation will help you to find the equation of a plane passing through intersection of two planes, where a, b, c are direction ratios, d is the distance of the plane from the origin. Next is condition for two lines to be coplanar. Condition for two lines to be coplanar. What do you mean by coplanar? Coplanar. These two lines, what is the condition to lie on a same plane? You have a plane, these two lines are there. If they want to lie on the same plane, the equation is, the vector form equation is b1 vector cross b2 vector dot a2 vector minus a1 vector equals 0. Do you remember this? p1 vector cross p2 vector dot a2 vector minus a1 vector. Yes, when you learn shortest distance in lines, the numerator was like this. In your Cartesian form equation will be x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1, a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2 equals 0. Okay, we are going to use vector form equation to solve the questions. Thank you, children. Now we are going to learn angle between two planes. Two planes are there. What is the angle between them? The plane equations are given. The two plane equations are given separately. Now, in lines, what is the formula? Yes, b1 dot b2 divided by modulus of b1 modulus of b2, the whole mod. The same thing here. Here we are going to have n1 vector dot n2 vector divided by modulus of n1 vector modulus of n2 vector, where n1 n2 are the normal vectors. Okay, this is vector form equation. Cartesian form is cos theta equals modulus of a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 divided by root of a1 square plus b1 square plus c1 square into root of a2 square plus b2 square plus c2 square. So the formula for the lines and planes is very similar to, so it is very easy to remember. Okay, this is angle between two planes. The same way, to find two planes are perpendicular, then a1 a2 b1 b2, you need to prove a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 equals 0. The same way, when lines are perpendicular also the same formula, right? Now to prove two planes are parallel. See, always you should compare and learn, that will be easier for you. To prove that two planes are parallel, what is the condition? You will write there a1 by a2 equals b1 by b2 equals c1 by c2, where a1, b1, c1 are direction ratios of the first plane, a2, b2, c2 are the direction ratios of the second plane. Okay, next is perpendicular distance, that I will show it in the next screen. Now, perpendicular distance of a point from a plane whose plane equation is ax plus by plus cz minus d equal to 0. Now, your point is there, your plane is there, we have drawn a perpendicular, we are finding the distance from the plane to this particular point. This equation, this is very easy. You just write the equation of the plane, whatever is given you write, then divide by the coefficients of x, y and z. This will give the perpendicular distance of any point to a plane. Okay, this is very easy to remember. You write the equation of the plane. If it is given in the vector form, we convert to a Cartesian form. Then by root of the coefficients of x, y and z to the denominator. This will give the perpendicular distance. Next we are going to see the angle between line and a plane. Angle between a line and a plane. If line equation is r vector equals a vector plus lambda b vector, and plane equation is r vector dot n vector equals d. If this is given, how to find the angle between a line and a plane? Cos theta, as usual, go for a cos theta formula. Cos theta equals modulus of direction of the line b vector dot direction of the plane n vector divided by modulus of b vector modulus of n vector. Okay, children. If angle is acute less than 90 degree, then you should go for sin theta. The same formula you will find for sin theta. Sin inverse you have to complete by modulus of b vector modulus of n vector. This formula will help you to find the angle between line and a plane. Now, the formula to find coordinates of a foot of perpendicular drawn from origin to the plane. Previous formula we saw any point to the plane, the distance from any point to the plane we saw, perpendicular distance. Here you are finding from the origin to the plane. How to find the foot of this perpendicular? Foot of the perpendicular refers to this particular point. It is given as, you know that we have to convert the equation to the standard form. You can see, can you see this? It's a normal form of the plane. So this format you have to convert, then you will have the d value here, the distance from the origin to the plane. Using that you can very easily find LD, MD and ND, where L, M, N, you know, it refers to direction cosines of the normal. Normal means the perpendicular. And D refers to the distance of the plane from the origin. In this type of questions, mostly the questions will be given with a direction ratio. It will be in this format: ax plus by plus cz minus d equal to 0. It will be in this format. Then you have to convert this into the normal form. Then you will be finding the d. Then you will substitute in this. This will give the point LD, MD and ND. Okay. The final equation is intercept form of equation of a plane. I have drawn a plane here. This is a plane. Don't ever think that always a plane will be drawn in the shape of a rectangle or square, any quadrilateral. It can be of any shape. So imagine that this is a plane. The plane cuts x-axis at a, 0, 0, because we have only a here. I mean x-intercept is there. This is 0, b, 0, and this intercept is 0, 0, c. then the equation of this particular plane will be x by a plus y by b plus z by c equals 1. So this is called as intercept form. You are very familiar with intercept form. X by a, y by b equals 1. It's a line equations, right? It's a plane. Thank you, student. This will help you to complete exercise 11.3. These concepts will help you to complete exercise 11.3. Thank you so much. If you like my videos, please subscribe and share with your friends. Thank you so much.